Hello friends, I am Nitin Naik from Department of Civil Engineering, Sanjeevani College of Engineering, Kopargaon. So friends, after discussing about resolution of a force along two perpendicular as well as non-perpendicular directions, that is rectangular resolution and skew resolution, now in this session we will discuss about determining resultant of non-concurrent force system. So, before starting the actual discussion on resultant of non-concurrent force system, first we will discuss the prerequisites for finding the resultant of non-concurrent force system. So, let us begin with a term moment. So, we know force, we know definition of force. Now, moment of a force. What is moment of a force? So, moment of a force at a point, it means that moment is taken at a point or about a point. Moment of a force at a point is the product of magnitude of a force and perpendicular distance between the line of action of that force and the point about which moment is to be taken. Okay. So, moment of a force in short is nothing but product of magnitude of that force and perpendicular distance between the line of action of force and the point about which we are taking moment. Moment produces rotary effect, means when you apply moment on a body, the body starts rotating about a point, and it is a vector quantity. So, moment is a vector quantity similar to a force. Its SI unit is Newton meter, as it is product of magnitude of force. So, force unit is Newton and perpendicular distance means meter. So, Newton meter, or sometimes it is expressed in Newton mm. Okay. So, moment is nothing but product of magnitude of force and perpendicular distance. Now, sign convention, now onwards we will be using this sign convention for moment. When if a moment is in anti-clockwise direction, then we will treat it as positive moment, and if it is in clockwise direction, we will use negative sign for that particular moment. Okay. So, anti-clockwise positive, clockwise negative, this will be our sign convention now onwards. Now, let us come to the definition of moment. Now, here I will explain you definition of moment with the help of these two figures. Okay. Now, let us consider a bar which is pinned at A. So, pin means about this point bar can rotate freely. Similarly, a door of a room which rotates about pins. So, here this is pin and this is point A. Okay. On this rod force F is acting. So, this is line of action of force. Line of action of force means a line along which force is acting. So, this is line of action of force, and this is perpendicular distance between the line of action of force and point A So, this is perpendicular distance between line of action of force F and point A. Now, if you are taking moment about point A, then to calculate moment about point A, you must know magnitude of force, that is F, and perpendicular distance between the point about which we are taking moment. So, here we are taking moment about point A, the point about which we are taking moment and line of action of force. So, this is point A and this is line of action of force. So, perpendicular distance is known to us, and hence moment about point A is equal to product of magnitude of force, that is F, and perpendicular distance between the line of action of force and the point about which we are taking moment. So, here moment can be expressed as F into x. Now, this moment is in anti-clockwise direction. Now, how to decide it? Here, if you apply force F on a rod, the rod will rotate about point A in which direction? In anti-clockwise direction, and that is why the moment is anti-clockwise in direction, and hence this moment is positive moment. While in the second figure, same force is now acting in downward direction. Same force is acting in downward direction along this line, and again we are taking moment about A. So, moment about A is equal to force F into perpendicular distance between point A and line of action of force. Again here distance is x. So, product of force and perpendicular distance F into x. Now, here you can imagine it, if you apply force like this, the rod will rotate in clockwise direction about point E. Okay. So, this is the arrowhead and we are taking moment about A. So, rod will rotate in clockwise direction. So, this moment is clockwise moment. Here you can write minus F into x because this is clockwise moment, or into bracket you can write clockwise. If you are writing clockwise in the bracket, you do not have to put negative sign for this quantity. So, this is all about moment. Again I am repeating, it is the product of magnitude of force and perpendicular distance between the line of action of force and the point about which we are taking moment. So, this is all about moment of a force. Now, here again we will discuss the concept of moment with two simple examples. Okay. So, this is first example to the left of screen, this is first example and this will be the second example. So, our statement is simple, find the net moment of given forces about point O. Okay. Find net moment of given forces about point O. So, here we will calculate net moment about point O. Net moment means it is also called as resultant moment. Now, to calculate net moment of all the forces, we have to add all the moments algebraically. Algebraically means considering plus minus sign of that quantity. It may be a moment, it may be number of forces. If you are adding them algebraically, it means that you have to consider plus minus sign for those quantities. Okay. So, in the first problem we have to calculate, we have to determine net moment about point O. So, this is here point O is given and we have to calculate, this is point O and we have to calculate net moment, means calculate algebraic sum of moments of all these forces. So, moment about O. So, net moment about point O is equal to summation m about point O. O is suffix. So, summation m about point O is equal to, let us use our usual sign convention, clockwise negative, anti-clockwise positive. So, moment of 10 Newton force about point O is 10 into 2, 10 into 2, force 10 into perpendicular distance between point O and that force, 10 into 2, direction of moment is anti-clockwise positive, 10 into 2. Then let us come to the second force, 20 force into perpendicular distance 4 meters, 20 into 4, anti-clockwise positive, 20 into 4. Now, moment of 10 Newton force about point O is distance, magnitude of that force and distance between, perpendicular distance between point O and that force. So, 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6, 10 into 6. See the direction of moment clockwise about point O. So, clockwise moment negative. So, minus 10 into 6, here it should be 10, 10 into 6, 10 into 6 minus 60, minus 60 plus 80, minus 60 plus 80, 20, 20 plus 20, 20 plus 20, it should be 30, 30 Newton meter. Okay. 30 Newton meter is the net moment about point O, right. So, 10 into 2 plus 20 into 4 minus 20 into 6, or let us consider this force as 20 for simplicity. Here by mistake it has been written as 10. So, say 20. Okay. So, 10 into 2, 10 into 2 plus 20 into 4 minus 20 into 6. Remember, this is 20 Newton force. Okay. So, minus 20 into 6 plus 80. Okay. So, minus 40 plus 20 minus 20. So, minus 20 Newton meter is the net moment about point O, and it can be written like this, 20 Newton meter. Let us remove the negative sign and write down in bracket clockwise, because our sign convention is clockwise negative. So net moment of all these forces about point O is 20 Newton meter. Friends, here please consider 20 Newton force instead of 10. Okay. Now let us come to the second problem. Now here let us calculate moment of all these forces about point O, moment of this single force about point O. Now we know from the definition, moment of a force about point O is product of magnitude of that force and perpendicular distance between the point and line of action of force. So here to calculate moment of this force about point O, magnitude is known, you must know the perpendicular distance. This is not the perpendicular distance between the force and point O, but the perpendicular distance will be like this, perpendicular distance between line of action of force and point O. So you calculate this perpendicular distance, this distance, and then force into this distance will be the moment, or simplest way is resolve this force into x and y components. So this force is acting at point A. Okay, so resolve this force at point A into x and y components. So here the x component of force will be equal to 10 cos of 30. Force is acting away from point A, component is acting away from point A. So component is 10 cos of 30. Vertical component is 10 sin of 30. Force is acting away from point A, component is acting away from point A, 10 sin of 30. And now you can take moment about point O. So moment of horizontal component about point O will be equal to 0, because line of action of this force is passing through point O. So perpendicular distance between the force and point O is 0. Or here I would like to highlight one point. Here this is written, moment of a force on its line of action is equal to 0. So about any point, if the point is on the line of action of that force, its moment is equal to 0. So 10 cos 30 into 0. We are calculating now moment about point O, 0. Moment of this vertical component about point O is 10 sin of 30 vertical component into perpendicular distance 2, 10 sin 30 into 2. So this moment is 0, 10 sin 30 into 2, 10 sin 35, 5 into 2, 10 Newton meter, and this moment is in anti-clockwise direction. Therefore we are having positive sign for the moment. So in this way moment of a force about a point can be taken. Now let us consider a next term which is related to determining resultant of concurrent force system. So this term is couple. So what is meant by couple? So let us define it. When two equal and unlike parallel forces are acting on a body, then it is called as a couple. And couple produces rotary effect. Body starts rotating about a point when couple is acting on it. So when two equal and unlike parallel. So here in this figure, two forces are acting on a rod P and Q, and these two forces are equal in magnitude. P is equal to Q, opposite in direction, and they are parallel to each other. So these are the unlike parallel forces. So these two unlike parallel forces are acting on a rod, and because of these two forces the rod will rotate in clockwise direction. This type of force we are applying on steering wheel of a car. So here the rod will rotate in clockwise direction. So this effect is called as couple. Couple produces rotary effect. Again there will be a sign convention for couple. Clockwise couple negative. Here the body will rotate in clockwise direction. Clockwise couple negative. If you reverse the direction of forces, means P in downward direction, Q in upward direction, then this body will rotate in anti-clockwise direction. In that case the couple is called as positive couple. Okay. Now how to decide this direction of couple? It depends upon direction of moment of a couple. Okay. So moment of a couple, it is the product of magnitude of one of the forces and perpendicular distance between them. Its unit is Newton meter, because it is moment, product of force and distance, hence unit is Newton meter or Newton mm. But in case of couple, it is the product of one of the forces, either P or Q, and the perpendicular distance between them. So this is the perpendicular distance between P and Q. Okay, so this distance is A. So P into A or Q into A. So moment of this couple is equal to P into A or Q into A, but ultimately P is equal to Q. So you can write moment of this couple is P into A. So in this way moment of a couple can be obtained, and here the moment is Q into A clockwise direction. So couple is clockwise in direction, and if you are adding number of couples, you should give negative sign for this couple. Then what are the different properties of couple? Now first property is, if you know the definition of couple, you can easily write the first property of couple, that is, to form a couple, two equal and unlike parallel forces are required. So this is the first property of couple. Okay, very simple. It is the requirement of couple. To form a couple, two equal and unlike parallel forces are must. Now second, resultant of couple is equal to 0. Now what is resultant? Resultant means net force. We have already discussed it, net force. So here if you add these two forces algebraically, plus P minus Q, since P is equal to Q, the net force acting on the rod will be equal to 0. So resultant of couple is equal to 0. Okay. Now regarding third definition is regarding moment. Moment of a couple. So simply definition you can write, moment of a couple is equal to one of the forces and arm of the couple. So this distance is called as arm of the couple. So this is the third property. And last property is number of couples can be added algebraically. Number of couples can be added algebraically. Okay, so you can add number of couples algebraically. So here this is moment of couple, and this is couple which is in downward which is in clockwise direction. So these are the properties of couple. Okay, now let us discuss about resultant of parallel forces. Okay, resultant of parallel forces. Here we will be using two slides to calculate resultant of parallel forces, right? So let us discuss resultant of parallel forces. Now resultant of parallel forces can be obtained by adding all the forces algebraically. Adding all the forces algebraically means you have to add all the forces algebraically. Now in the given figure, three forces are acting. Plus first force is 10 Newton, second is of 20 Newton, and the third force is of 10 Newton acting in downward direction. So let us calculate its resultant. So resultant, this is parallel force system, its resultant can be obtained easily by adding these forces algebraically. And now we will use usual sign convention, upward force positive, downward force negative. So if you add these forces algebraically, plus 10, plus because this is acting in upward direction, plus 10. Okay, second force is plus 20, third force is minus 10, and hence the resultant of the system is 20 Newton force, and this force is acting in upward direction, and hence automatically the force is having positive sign. The force is having positive sign. Okay. Now here, so already we have determined magnitude of a force, but see, we know the magnitude of force, we don't have any idea about its position. This is parallel force system. So first force is acting in upward direction, second is acting in upward direction, third is acting in downward direction. So adding these forces algebraically, plus 10 plus 20 minus 10 is equal to 20, and now we are having a force 20 Newton force. Force is acting in upward direction. Okay. Now here magnitude and direction of resultant is known. Okay, magnitude is known 20 Newton, direction is known upward. Magnitude and direction of resultant is known, but the position of the resultant is unknown. So if I ask you to find resultant of this system, easily you can calculate its resultant. But if I ask you, tell me where this force is acting, whether the force is acting in between O and 10 Newton force, or in between 10 Newton and 20 Newton force, or in between 20 Newton and last 10 Newton force. So you cannot answer where the resultant is acting. So position of resultant is unknown. Whether it is acting in between O and 10, whether it is acting in between 10 and 20, or in between these two forces, that is unknown. Therefore this sentence is important. Therefore, in case of non-concurrent force system, here parallel force system, okay, parallel force system is a type of non-concurrent force system. Along with magnitude is known 20, and direction is also known, vertically upward. We have to determine its position. This is important. We have to determine its position with respect to some fixed point, and to determine the position of resultant we have to use Varignon's theorem of moment. This is very important. We have to use Varignon's theorem of moment, and then we can say कि this resultant is acting at so and so distance from point O. So let us discuss what is Varignon's theorem. Okay. Now I will read the statement of Varignon's theorem. It states that Varignon's theorem of moment, it states that, okay. So listen the statement carefully. It states that sum of moments of all the forces forming a system about a point in their plane is equal to moment of their resultant about the same point. Okay, again I am reading it. Sum of moments of all the forces forming a system about a point is equal to moment of their resultant about the same point, and algebraically it can be written as summation m is equal to moment of resultant, summation m, left hand side summation m. For this problem, say about point O. About point O is equal to mr. Mr means moment of resultant, of course about the same point O. So this is statement of Varignon's theorem. Okay. So again I am reading the statement. It states that sum of moments of all the forces forming a system about a point in their plane is equal to moment of their resultant about the same point. So mathematically it can be expressed like this: summation m about point O is equal to moment of resultant. Now let us consider the same problem. Three forces are acting, we need their resultant. So let us add the forces algebraically. Plus 10, plus 20, minus 10. So resultant is 20 Newton. We are having positive sign for this resultant. It shows that resultant is acting in upward direction. Okay. Now only magnitude is known and its direction is known, but we are not having any idea where this resultant is acting, whether it is acting in between O and 10 Newton force, or in between these two forces, or in between these two forces, that we don't know. So to decide the position, let us use Varignon's theorem of moment. So here I am writing the equation of Varignon's theorem of moment. Summation m about point O is equal to moment of resultant is equal to moment of resultant about the same point, moment of resultant about the same point. Okay. So summation m about point O is equal to moment of resultant about the same point. So here I will assume that resultant is acting somewhere here at a distance a from point O, at a distance a from point O. This is well defined point O, from point O. Okay. So I will modify the equation. Summation m about point O as it is equal to moment of resultant. Now moment of resultant r into a about the same point. See, this is force r and this is perpendicular distance between the force r and point O, So moment of resultant about point O, r into a. So here summation m about point O is equal to r into a. So let us consider the left hand side. Sum of moments of all these forces about point O is equal to, so I am taking moment of first force 10 into 2, 10 into 2 anti-clockwise, 10 into 2. Okay. Moment of second force about point O, force into distance 20 into 4, distance is 4, 2 plus 2 4, 20 into 4 anti-clockwise, anti-clockwise positive. Then moment of the third force about point O, force into perpendicular distance 10 into 6, 10 into 6, see the direction of moment clockwise, hence negative, minus 10 into 6 is equal to moment of resultant about point O, moment of resultant about point O R into A, anti-clockwise positive, 20 into A, and now only one unknown is there, that unknown is A, and hence A is equal to 2 meters from point O, and thus we can determine the resultant completely in magnitude as well as in direction along with its position. And now we can say that resultant of these three forces is equal to 20 Newton, which is acting in upward direction at a distance of 2 meters from point O, and hence here we can draw a sketch like this. Resultant 20 Newton acting at a distance of 2 meters from point O. So in this way we can determine the resultant of non-concurrent force system completely in magnitude as well as in direction. Non-concurrent force system or here parallel force system. Okay. Now let us discuss about equivalent force system. What is meant by equivalent force system? A system which produces the same effect is called as equivalent force system. Now this is the given system. The given system was having three forces. On the last slide you can see three forces were given. So here these are the three forces 10, 20, minus 10. Okay. So these are the forces acting on for forming a system. Now these forces are having resultant of 20 Newton, which is acting at a distance of 2 meters from O. It means that we can replace the given system by a single force as shown in figure, 20 Newton force, which is acting at a distance of 2 meters from O. Now here both the systems are equivalent system. So this type of conversion of given force system into a single force is called as equivalent force system. This is equivalent force system. Now given system can be converted into equivalent force and couple system. Equivalent force and couple system. So in equivalent force and couple system we have to show a force as well as a couple or a moment. So here what I have done, I have determined the resultant of the system. Okay, this is equivalent force couple system at, here I will write at point O, at point O, this is at point O. So here what I will do, if it is asked to convert the given force system, this is given force system, into an equivalent force couple system at point O, then first you have to determine the resultant of the system. You have to determine the resultant of the system and apply that resultant at point O. So I have determined the resultant 20 Newton and I am applying that resultant at point O, and then apply a couple at the same point. Couple means moment, net moment. So net moment is known to us. What is net moment? Net moment is equal to 100 minus 60 means 40. So here I have applied a net moment of 40 Newton meter in anti-clockwise direction at point O, and thus a new system is formed having force at O and moment at O. So this type of system is called as equivalent force couple system. So given force system can be converted into equivalent force system, or into equivalent force couple system at a point. So in this way we can convert a given system into an equivalent force system or an equivalent force couple system at a point. So this is all about the equivalent force system. Now, after studying all these contents, that is equivalent force system, Vergnon's theorem of moment, resultant of parallel forces, couple, concept of moment, etc., one can determine resultant of non-concurrent force system. So, during the next session, we will be discussing about resultant of non-concurrent force system as well as finding equivalent forces. Now, here this is nothing but equivalent force. This is nothing but equivalent force. 20 Newton force is equivalent force. This is equivalent force. Okay. So, a given system can be converted into equivalent force. Equivalent force means resultant only. Okay. So, during the next session, we will discuss about finding resultant of non-concurrent force system. Thank you.